Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. It's a scorcher out there, man. We just came back from a bike ride and went around the neighborhood. Didn't even really go that far, but it's really the first exercise we've gotten in a while. Drew went with me. It may take him a few minutes to catch up with me. I left him in the dust, man. He's gotten pretty big. He's pretty fat now, so he's kind of overweight. You're coming in hot. Are you good? Oh, jeez. I'm glad you finally made it back. Are you okay?
Yeah, is that what exercise is? My God.
You want the mic?
Hey guys, don't do exercise ever because it sucks and it was invented by the devil.
You're all right, man. Can I help you with it? No, I'm good.
Gotcha.
I'm good.
You want some water?
Do you want some water? I think I'm fine.
Woo! All right.
All right.
We're doing exercise again.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't do it. Why are there so many cans on the ground?
Because you're committed to this bit.
Welcome to the Really Randumb podcast with Colton Pettyjohn and Drew Bolden. How has no one cut your brake lines yet?
Hey, welcome into the Really Randumb podcast. I'm Colton Pettyjohn. That's Drew Bolden. And we are back for another episode of the Really Randumb podcast. We're healthier than ever.
After our bike ride.
Believe it or not, we're home. We've been home. What am I talking about?
We're homeward bound. I had to ask Colton how my hair looked before we started, but
God, you look sexy.
Hey, are we gonna see each other off some more on this one?
You're keeping it up. The sex appeal is all the.
Oh, sorry.
So we're off with a bang. But I really want to commend and appreciate and show appreciation to Drew.
Thank you
for coming with me on the bike trip. I really do appreciate that. You got your exercise in for the first time, literally maybe ever, and to reward you.
Wait a minute. Will ever? Oh no.
I wanted to give you the rest of your donut.
Wow.
On the so it's a fritter. We went to Hertz Donuts or got it in, and hey, can we Lady and the Tramp this? Come on.
You want
that thing's freaking
I know.
huge.
You want the side that I peeled off of, or you want this side? Ready? You want me to platter it? Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, we need sexy saxophone music. I don't know why that music.
All right, if you break eye contact, I'm never gonna be your friend.
No,
ever again. You almost bit my finger off.
I was gonna suck on your finger. Get all the juices
Okay, I don't
off.
want the rest of this. Am I supposed to hold it?
I just thought you deserved a reward for being not so fat.
You know what? I am okay with it. If I have to go on a 1 minute 30-second bike ride, quote unquote, for a bit to eat a donut
with a flat tire that wouldn't
there.
Get you around the corner.
Dude, it was like there were 2 flat tires. Why do you have water all over your face?
I know.
Also, hey, you know what, Colton? I've decided this, and I don't even care because I didn't console you, but
great.
I didn't console you after you were crying.
Console me.
Because you're here. I got you.
I got it. All right. Thank you. That's good.
Jesus, your nose is fucking huge.
All right.
Oh, sorry. But I decided that I'm going to stop apologizing for talking about stuff on the video because clearly this podcast, the comedy comes from the visual and not the sound of our voices.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely we can do.
Where are your gloves?
They hurt my fingers. the webbing of my fingers. It's like it.
They hurt my fingers. It hurts.
And you talked me into getting size small, so because you're like, you got the little ass hands, so get small. So I got smalls, and turns out they're too small.
No,
and they hurt.
Nope.
When I put them on.
No.
You're a pussy. Yeah, I think we're better when you watch the visuals, but yeah, I actually enjoy listening to Like I will listen to Spotify for certain podcasts and then I'll re-watch it. Like when I'm at work or when I'm on my way to work, I'll listen to Spotify, and then when I get home, I'll watch the YouTube video. So if you do both, that's great. But you're going all out with getting in shape, huh?
Okay.
I think you did.
Hey.
I think you did one of those one time.
Come on, man. Look, this podcast is all about me making fun of you, and you can't make fun of me once because I'm sensitive. Colton, you know I'm sensitive. I'm kidding. You know what?
By the way,
I think that's not fair because I make fun of you so much on this podcast.
I don't
unapologetically.
Okay. Well,
I looked that up earlier, Googled it to make sure I was spelling it right and saying it correctly.
Yeah.
Do you think I said it right?
Yeah, I think I can't stop staring at. I don't know whether or not I'm staring at your beard or your chest hair. It's all kind of running in together.
Dude, look at this. You see this?
Do you ever trim this? If you
every single day.
If you didn't trim it, it would go straight up.
Next podcast. By next podcast, I will leave this growing, and in 1 week there will be a connect.
Dude, that's awesome. It's like that. Have you ever seen the helmet? Where people, if they don't shave it, connects from the backside here into
You can kind of see back here. Well, no one can, but you can. If I let it grow, it will. I can make a helmet.
Yeah, you definitely look like Robin Williams in more ways than one. No, you look like him. You don't. You're not.
Hey,
you're not funny like him.
He's okay. I was gonna say he's dead, so I don't know what was worse: you saying I'm not funny, or me saying, "Well, I'm not dead."
You guys probably okay. So never mind. You guys are right about the same right now at the sense of humor level.
Oh God, that's true though. I know he's dead. I get it. You know what, Colton? Hypothetically, if a guy has one ball, do you think I could still have kids?
Hypothetically, I think you're gonna have a really hard time having kids if you just have one ball. Hypothetically, for this person that you're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
This person.
Yeah. I'll let him know.
I don't think that you are ever gonna be able to have kids, Drew. Hypothetically, for this person,
I tell him that.
You tell that person that.
Yep.
So don't bet on having kids, Drew.
Okay. Is what I would say to
this
him.
person. Is what you should say.
Actually, funny enough, he rides bikes as well. He was touring in France quite a bit,
and he got everything stripped.
Yep, he went
from him.
Yep, he went to the moon and everything. I had to say the joke. There's a movie I was telling him about it earlier where I think it was some bullshit movie, and they were talking about Neil Armstrong, and they were like, yeah, Neil Armstrong went to the moon, and then that next character goes, on his bike?
That's so funny.
Like, I feel like 100% I'd be like, that. Huh? On his bike? But I feel like I would be the one asking on his, I didn't zip up. Sorry, should I?
No. Okay. Keep that out. Right. Let everyone see that those chesticles. So speaking of
Can I show nips?
Yeah, you can.
All right, well, I did. I showed both. So if you're not watching the video, you're doing yourself an unapologetic service.
Okay.
I know I didn't.
You can use it once. You got the word of the day toilet paper or something.
I don't ever use toilet paper. Remember, clearly.
Yeah, just straight. I just
use
your hand
rags or
rags.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, I gotta say, hey, I don't know if more people are listening or more people are listening closely, because on that story I had like maybe 4 or 5 people ask me if that story was real. Like I would make that up. Look, people, I am that disgusting. All right. Don't you ever think that I'm not, because I will. Look, I just ladied and the tramped a donut with my best friend. And guess what, Colton? I'd do it 100 times over.
Yeah, I'm still trying to work my way back down from my shorts are shorter right now. I'm trying to get down from it.
Hey, if you can see Colton's, here, give me a stiff leg. Does that hurt? That's the thumbnail. Actually, the eating the donut is the thumbnail. But.
Okay, so we talked about balls once already, so might as well just go. Hey, at this point, I don't even know if we need to do the disclaimer, but Mom, Gwendolyn Devere, just stop. Yeah. We're about to talk about balls, so.
A bunch of times. A bunch of balls. A bunch of different people's balls.
Are we? I don't know the story. There's
Actually, it's just one set of balls. But have you heard of the website Craigslist?
Yes.
Have you heard of Angie's List? No, it's not your mother's list.
Yes, Angie's List is like if you're hiring people and you can look on there for reviews and stuff like that, right?
Yes, like contractors and male escorts. No, but Angie's List has nothing to do with the story, but I wanted to bring up your mother because I love her to death. And Angie, thank you for listening. I know you enjoy everything that I say. Angie is like the most Christianliest woman, godlike woman. If there was an angel on earth, it would be her.
By the way, you're not wrong.
She can watch that part, but
yeah.
then
I'll just send that little clip to her.
Okay.
I won't send this part to her because
go ahead.
I'm not talking mess about her, but I called her today to ask her one question. I just needed one. I was like, hey, so we're still linked together on our phone accounts. So I'm on my parents' phone plan, and so I was gonna buy something on my phone. And I wasn't sure if it was going to automatically bill the phone. Yeah. So all I did was call my mom to say, hey, this is what I'm buying. Just a heads up. If you guys get a bill, let me know and I'll Venmo you the money or whatever. And for the next 15 minutes, she was telling me, well, are you sure you need to, you maybe you can do this, or think about, because I was thinking about getting the fight tonight, the UFC.
Yeah, we got to talk about that too.
251. I was like, man, I'm fiending for sports so bad, and I really do like UFC, and I've been getting into it more and more lately.
Thanks, Justin. Jeez.
But yeah, and also Sugar Show. I think he's my favorite now.
I'm pretty sure it's Sugar Ray.
It's Leonard, yeah.
Guys, the 3 jokes that I just said Colton fake laughed at, I said all before we started recording. So most of these, a fake laugh Colton is giving me so I don't cry.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to play along.
You're like,
so I didn't have ESPN Plus. And
I have ESPN Plus, I think.
Well, anyways, I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and buy it. So my mom was like, well, we have YouTube TV and maybe you can get it. I was like, no, I'll just go ahead and get it separately. She was like, well, do you have a Fire Stick? And I was like, no, I have. She was like, well, maybe you can buy a Fire Stick. And I was like, no, I have Xbox. I have ESPN app on my Xbox. She's like, but Fire Stick. And I'm like, are you a salesman for Fire Stick now? What's going on? And then my dad goes in the background. Yeah, our buddy Adam the other day, he ordered a Fire Stick and got it delivered to him like in 30 minutes. So if you wanted a Fire, and I was like, what's the deal with Fire Stick?
On?
I was like, God. I have an Xbox. It works just the same as Fire Sticks. You get apps like you do on Fire Stick, and you can stream whatever on Fire Stick and Apple TV. It's all the same. It's just different companies.
Yeah, and you know what, Cecil? Go play with your Fire Dick. That one I didn't say yet, so
that was was
so.
And it was still a fake laugh.
If you if you do have a Fire Stick, we don't give a shit. So don't say, "Well, that's better because." And if we just talk about Xbox, if you say something about PS4 being better, you're wrong. Thank you.
I don't really care. I only use the Xbox.
You're on my side.
Yeah. No, I'm on your side. I have an Xbox, and but I use it for. I use it for like ESPN, YouTube TV, porn, not porn.
Oh, you don't watch? Have you watched porn in our living room?
No,
you haven't. Where do you watch it normally?
I don't. Why are we?
Well, I've watched it in the living room, in my room. I went to Greg's when he's not here, which is all the time. Don't go in Greg's room if you ever visit, because
don't bring a black light in there.
Yeah,
either.
Don't bring a black light, or don't use our shower. Or if I offer you a free gray T-shirt with buttons on it. That's an inside joke, so I shouldn't have even said it. Anyway, so Craigslist.
Here we go.
If you've heard of Craigslist, you can buy Fire Sticks on there. And, no, you've heard of the lost connections, missing connections.
Yes, missing connections or misconnections.
Maybe it's not misconnections, but it's like they're searching for companionship. I don't know what it's called. It's like you'll see like M for M or F for M. It's like male for male or female, blah, blah. A male is looking for a female looking for a male for male, female for female, which is the one that I browse.
Okay.
That's the porn I was talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, so back in college, and I gotta say, my maturity level has not I have unapologetically not risen. I don't know.
Ask me if I'm surprised.
My maturity level has stayed about 69% since I
All right. Jeez.
since I left college. I left on my own will. Colton.
Yeah.
I didn't just
Your own
fail.
terms. Yeah.
Unapologetically left.
I
Okay,
really,
I'm sorry.
I admire that.
Thank you. I went to the casino the night that I withdrew from college.
Did you really?
Yep, lost $40 instantly and was like, well, this was fucking stupid. So if you ever drop out of college, go to the casino right away and bring $40 and bet it all on black. Sorry. Can I say that? Yes. Okay.
Color.
Oh, man. Anyway, so Craigslist.
Yeah.
My friend Patrick,
We'll
shout
get
out.
there eventually.
Patrick.
Yeah. Who's going through puberty now, bitch?
Me. Anyway, so my friend Patrick, we talked about him. He was the one who fought the power for cargo shorts.
Yeah. Love that dude.
Yeah, so him and I were living together, and we had another friend, Josh. So Josh, shout out to him as well. He listened to maybe one episode and told me how shitty it was. So,
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? All the dislikes on our videos are from him. I don't know why I keep looking at my hand. Anyway, so we have Josh's phone number, cell phone number, and we're funny people, right? Patrick and I. We post his number on the male looking for male Craigslist, and it's about to get graphic. So Angie, the part we were talking about Fire Stick, you better hit that X button right now. It's at the very top right. You grab your mouse, you move it to the top right of the screen, you click X. They're like in their 80s.
Yeah.
So we pretty much say, let me see if I can describe what we said without using any bad words, anything that has to do with a thing. Or a woman's thing or a man's thing. Okay?
How much of this is going to have to be bleeped out?
No, I think I can weave in and out. I'm going to start with. So it basically starts
the
with
description
this
of
is
the ad.
So the title of the ad was hunk looking for another hunk who is well hunk.
Yeah.
Right? This is I should have written this down. It would have been funnier. But anyway, so we put that, and it was I thought it was pretty good. I think we put like male steed looking for a nice piece of meat or something. Anyway, so anyway, we put that on there, and then in the description it says like, dude, there's no way I'm gonna be able to weave words in and out that aren't inappropriate. So, whoa, we'll cut it.
Ow.
Who is it?
My
Oh my gosh.
loving sister for some reason. I never have my... Okay, so.
All right. So, hunk, looking for another hunk who's well hunk. And then the description basically says, email or text me pictures of what you have...
What you're working with?
Swinging. What you're working with. Yeah. Give me I think we said like, give me stats, age... I almost said age, how old you are, and
how
when
long
you were
have
born.
you been alive?
So it was like, yeah, basically just like, hey, what you got going on down there?
Yeah.
And we also said send pics. And dude, I'm not even kidding you. In 10 minutes, he had over like 50 messages from 50 different dudes. A bunch of, and the best part was he wasn't even in the apartment when we did this. So he was like, he was like out at his own apartment, and he just. So after like 30 minutes, we call him to see what he's doing, and he's like, dude, I don't know what's going on, but I've been getting thing pictures for like 30 minutes, and of course we just started busting out laughing, and he was like, what the did y'all do? Why is there so many dicks on my phone? I'm just going to go for dicks now. And so Josh, I know we told you right away that happened, but that was probably one of the funniest pranks I have ever done.
Dude, that's great.
And not
I'd be
even
so pissed.
Yeah,
though.
not even dude, he was like, and Josh is not a small fella. He's
I was
like,
about to say, he's not a guy that I would want to necessarily piss off.
Yeah. I'll post a picture of him. And he's basically like, if you've seen Moana, he's basically like,
Yes.
that's exactly what he looks like.
Yeah.
If he was a cartoon, he's a big demigod. What is it?
Yeah, demigod.
What's the song?
What can I say?
You're welcome. Yes, dude.
You're welcome.
Moana is overrated.
Oh,
but
shut
anyway,
up. That's a great movie.
No, Moana is overrated.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
no, it's a great movie.
Do you actually like Moana?
I do.
Why?
It's a good movie.
You have. I thought you had taste and stuff.
It's a good movie. It's a great Disney movie, and I love The Rock. I love The Rock.
You know what else? You know what other movie is overrated?
What?
The Lion King.
All right.
That's that Lola and Jimbo. Anyway, we keep calling back to our other episodes, but you know what? I am unapologetically going to keep.
Jeez. We're going to have an unapologetic count.
You know what? I got to say, you are reflecty. Where are your gloves?
I don't know.
Did you chunk them? You know what?
They probably are in the other room.
Hey, if you ever want to commit to a bit, don't do it with Colton because he'll just give up halfway through it.
It hurts. But so one of the reasons.
Explain why we're matching so well.
So one of the reasons why we're wearing this is.
And this was on accident.
Yeah. We didn't even realize. We didn't realize we were about to go on a bike ride together. So
you said, hey, meet me out here. I have a surprise for you. I show up in this, and you're wearing that, and I go. What? You have to change. I keep going through puberty. Did you hear that? No. You have to change.
So we got invited to a party a little while back, back before we were quarantined. And the party was for our friend Meredith. It was her birthday. And so a bunch of people put a little party together, and we were going to go over to her house and hang out, play cornhole and just have a good time. What is it? We didn't play beer pong.
Oh, we didn't? I was drunk.
Oh, that's weird. So we go over.
Is it?
So we get the invitation on Facebook, and the invitation says.
Nice.
The invitation says, dress up in biker attire. Mm-hmm. But the picture is a bunch of people on Harleys.
Remember.
And so they were talking about dressing up in leather and all that kind of stuff, like biker gang kind of stuff. That's also another kink of mine.
That's also that's what we put in the M for M. We were like, you've got leather. I can't wait to weather
the storm. That is your body.
Nether regions.
Okay, there you go. So
leather, weather, nether.
That's not bad.
Your regions of nether is what. Never mind. That sounds like a Lord of the Rings. Anyway, keep going.
Jesus. So we thought it would be funny if we showed up to the party dressing up in this kind of biker gear and not as in the biker gang leather motorcycle stuff.
You know, like tough guy stuff.
Yeah. So we show up and so we go to the store and we grab this stuff and we show up and we knock on the door and the window's open and the people walk by that were answering the door and Meredith sees and she just like died.
Yeah.
She already has like a really loud laugh to begin with.
Oh,
but
God.
As soon as she saw us, you could just hear her go, bah, bah, bah. That's not really how she laughed.
No, yeah, seriously. Like she looked, I remember looking through the window and I was like, and part of me is like, please look right now. Please look right now. And then I knew we couldn't really see in.
Yeah.
But then you just hear, or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
So thank you for making this joke possible. And we just like to thank, how many times have we touched each other right now?
We touch each other like every episode.
That's true.
So we do have a few pictures from that night.
And I'll definitely post them.
We got, hopefully. She had a stationary bike, and we thought it would be hot to get on the bike together. Hot.
And you know how you're supposed
to... And it was.
Yeah.
And I think that's how I gave you COVID. Because we're face-to-face, and I'm basically making out with you in that picture.
And you know what? If that's how I get COVID, it was worth it. But yeah, so they, of course, like... And what's stupid of me is I should have known right away when I saw the stationary bike. I was like, oh my God, we have to take a picture on this. And then you get on it, and I'm like... And I think I go up and touch you and I go, this is why we're best friends, because you saw the stationary bike and you took the plunge unapologetically. I'm done saying that word 100%. But yeah, of course, when you ride, have you been on a tandem bike before?
I haven't, actually.
Dude,
I really want to.
It's great. Been on one before.
But you really have to trust the other person that you're with because the balance... It really depends on that other person, right? Because if they don't balance themselves, they could.
Well, yeah, but
you.
I mean, unless someone is willingly wanting to hurt themselves, I think you can trust. Like what are they gonna like pull crash the bike?
Maybe they don't know how to ride a bike.
Yeah. Oh, well, you should probably ask that before you get a tandem bike or something.
You're right.
But the one time I rode a tandem bike was with one of my exes, and
Sorry.
yeah, I let her steer for some fucking reason, and I was in the back going, oh jeez. But you know what? We only crashed like 10 times.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, and she was a woman, so terrible at driving.
Oh, so is that why your face looks the way it does from all the wreckage and the road rash and burns and jeez. Well, at least there's an excuse for it. I thought you were just born ugly. So bikes. Where are we going from here? I don't know.
I was gonna do the slow zoom in that I've done quite a bit when you are mean to me.
That's I don't. You are my friend, and I wouldn't make fun of you.
Oh.
I just tell the truth.
Oh,
so,
right. No, the reason why I asked about tandem bike is because in one of the pictures, you're supposed to ride, a tandem bike where, you both are facing forward.
Yep.
But on this, we decided that I just wanted to sit in Colton's lap.
Well, we wanted to do the Kim and Kanye.
Yes. I'll put it up like side by side. I got to say, though.
Who wore it better?
We definitely did.
I mean, I wore you better than Kanye wore.
Hey, let me tell you something. Yes, you did. So, you know what, Colton? I'm tired of talking about bikes.
Okay.
I want to talk about a little tyke. That's Colton.
Oh, okay.
I mean, well, I don't mean your, shoe size or your stature or your hairline.
Yeah. Okay.
Or how long your marriage lasted. But, God, I got all of them in there. Hey, you know what? We were talking about fight night. Here, this is a bottle of your tears, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do I just? Oh yeah, tasty. You know what? You can't see tears when you're in the rain. I want to know.
Okay.
I want to know about your past. I want to know a silly story about your past. Maybe a previous job. You like that? You like that?
Oh, hey, a previous job. I thought you were actually going for another story, but yeah, I really appreciate the alley oop. But so we were talking about this the other day.
This is an alley oop.
You threw it up for me to dunk.
No, I went like a softball.
No, I got it, but I was referencing another sport.
Sorry, golf.
We like sports and we don't care who knows.
Yes, sir.
So I used to work for Bin and Skin on 105.3 The Fan. Well, I interned for them, and then I would produce some shows periodically when their producer was out on vacation or whatever. So the other day, I don't remember why, but I was searching through my old emails and kind of searching for audio that I had saved or I had sent myself from my days back at the station. And then I also jumped on my SoundCloud account, and I forgot that I have a bunch of little segments that of the time that I was on air.
Yes,
And
I love that.
so one of the times I was on air, I was filling in for, I think, about a week for one of their producers, KT. And he's their content producer, which means he's not behind the board. He helps prepare all of like the show list and the outlines, and if they need something audio pulled or whatever, he does kind of like the behind the scenes work.
Yes, sir.
And so they asked me to work for them that week, and so I was super excited about it.
And naturally, you made the story about you.
Well, so here's the thing. I came into work that day, and we work in this building that is 12 stories tall, and you walk in, and there's a lobby there. Well, in that lobby, something happened, and it was extremely embarrassing. And so as soon as I got done with it, I got on the elevator, and I went upstairs, and I went into the meeting room, and I guess I wore it all on my face, but they're like, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" And I was just like, dude, I just had a really embarrassing experience, and so I told them about it.
Go on.
And and Ben looked at me, and he was like, "We're talking about this in the opening segment,"
nice.
And I was like,
dude, "That's so good."
Okay, great.
All right.
And so they were like, "We're gonna ask you about the story. We want you to tell the story on air." So the very first segment of the show, they introduced, "Hey, it's the Ben and Skin Show," blah 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 blah. and then they jump right into it. And so
that's this right
I
here?
found the audio. It's about around 5 minutes long.
This story is so good. and I know we always suck each other off, but I remember when you told me, you were like, dude, you have to listen. And I was like, F you, dude. I don't want to listen. But I did listen, and I was, and well, first of all, it was cool as hell because you were on the radio.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm just going to play it and shut the hell up. Ready? Here we go.
Here we go.
Behind the scenes.
Okay, so Colton Pettyjohn is in for KT CPJ, and Colton Pettyjohn had a crazy story.
Okay, stop,
by the way.
Yeah, so Ben and Skin, if you've ever been to a Mavericks game, or if you've watched a Mavericks game on the television, Skin is the third. He's like a part of the analyst crew.
Yeah, he's
like
the third guy. He's the color guy. He does a lot of pre-game and post-game like interviews and stuff.
Can that go in? Anyway, so there's Mark Ruffalo, Derek Ruffalo, and then Jeff Skinwade. No, Mark Followell, Derek Harper, and then Jeff Skinwade, who is the third. He's one of the glasses. Really nice suits, right?
Yeah.
Nice hair. Hot man. Gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I shook his hand once, and I think I blacked out. He was handsome. But anyway, so. He's the one that just said CPJ, and I love that because, I always give you... I don't think I've ever called you... I don't even remember your real name.
I know, no. You've never said my actual name. It's always Colteezy.
Pettijeezy.
Lil P.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Petty John's.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, he's the one that said CPJ. And then tell me, like, if you want to cut in or say, like, pause or whatever, and then we'll talk about it.
So this
probably won't be that interesting on the video part, but listening, it's hilarious.
Yeah, and this is basically... So we're setting up the story, and
you're walking into the building.
Oops.
So they have their commentary about it all along the way. So this isn't me just straight telling the story. This is telling the story. Then they pause me in between to give their 2 cents.
Got you. Okay, I'm gonna start it over.
Okay, so Colton Pettyjohn is in for KT CPJ, and
see, that's what I love about that.
A crazy story. You're walking into the building today, and what happened, Colton?
So I walk in, and in the lounge area we have chairs, and they sit pretty low to the ground. And there was a woman sitting there, and she...
Dude, I agree. Your voice is sexy as hell.
Do I sound any different on here than I do?
Yeah, like it sounds like you have a really nice studio mic, and you're like, hey, yeah, so I was like helping this girl, and I
think my voice sounds better now than it did back then, though.
You would be incorrect.
Oh, okay. Wow.
She was trying to get up from the chair, sitting there in chairs, and they sit pretty low to the ground. And there was a woman sitting there, and she looked like she was trying to get up from the chair. And she was a heftier woman.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Bigger than me. And
how big? Like fetish site big?
First of all, when you say bigger than me, that's everybody. You are small.
Well, that's true. And,
yeah, you are like 110 pounds.
Yeah.
Bending, like leaning over.
Bending over.
You do that a lot, right?
Oh. Well, yeah, I think
I love the like fetish site big.
I mean, like how big?
She was relatively large.
I didn't want to be offensive here. I didn't want to be like,
why?
She's fucking huge.
She's fat as shit. Why? You should have.
I know.
And
how big? Like fetish site big, or like I mean, like how big?
She was relatively large.
Okay, is she bigger than Nate Newton at full Nate Newton size?
She's around Nate Newton.
He's a former lineman for the Cowboys.
So he's a big fella.
Big.
Gotcha.
So I didn't know if it would be rude.
Hold on a second. Yeah, Ben. Is she? I need to know. Is she like?
Hold on. Okay.
3rd and 1 big as a power back, or is she like?
You want her to be blocking.
Okay, all right. So she's now is she a mauler?
Is it more for like run game blocking or pass game protection?
Or is she just short yardage blocking?
Well, you could tell that she gets all of her power from the lower half.
She sounds like
Don't worry about the blocking.
She sounds like a
getting to Romo.
Yeah, she sounds
take care of that.
Hold on, drop Ben. She sounds like a one technique.
So big woman.
Yeah,
and she had a big back door, big booty.
Oh
Whoa.
yeah, and I didn't know if it would be rude to say, "Hey, do you need help?"
So you got her number, right?
So that's the thing. So I walk in, and I don't know. We kind of jumped around a little bit, but I walk into the building, and I see this lady, and she's trying to get up from her seat that's low to the ground, and she's kind of doing this like rocking thing, and she's older and she's bigger. And I think she may have even had a cane. I can't remember. But she was trying to get up. But here's the thing. Like, I walk by, and I know this sounds... Now, in hindsight, it's like, why wouldn't you ask for help? But
her ask for help?
No. Why wouldn't I? But when I saw her trying to get up...
help her?
Yeah, it was like... And I think I explained it up here. But, well, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
It looked like she was trying to get up. She even had a cane.
Yeah.
But
That
was
is a
like,
fetish.
I was just like, I'm going to ignore it.
Okay, so you see
that's
this
me.
giant, obese, overweight, older woman. How old?
Probably in her 60s.
And she's trying to get out of this chair, and she's obviously in quicksand. And you're the young, spry. How old are you?
25.
25. Great shape, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
No,
young,
not a lot of confidence there.
25-year-old, lacking confidence, but in great shape. But you're just skipping through the lobby, and you see this happening, and you decide to turn your back on our elderly who can still be productive in society. You turn your back on her.
Well, I didn't want to be rude. I didn't want to be like, hey, you look like you're really struggling. Let me help you out.
Okay,
and
so-
I'm also 5'8".
Do you think with me walking by, like, do you think it's rude for me not to automatically offer help? Because I would just be like, I don't want to be rude and be like, well, clearly you need help. Because I know if I was trying to get up or do something and someone came over and was like, do you need me to help you? I'd be like, F off, I got this. Like,
I
don't
would have hit him with my cane.
Yeah.
No, dude. You know what I would have done if I was you in this situation?
sped off. Yeah.
I would have turned my head and been like, yeah, she had her time.
145 pounds.
That's cocky.
So I'm thinking.
So, Skin, hold on a second, Colton.
Yeah.
What would you have done in that situation if you were Colton Pettyjohn?
If I was Colton or I was me.
Or either or.
If I was Colton, I would have been like, hey, fat lady, it's me, young Colton. I see you got a situation here. And I'm not asking for a little favor if I help you out, although tips are accepted. But let me see if I can get you up and going again. That chair ain't fair for a woman like you.
Oh my
That's a good line.
God.
That's a good line.
Dude, that chair ain't fair for a woman like you. I love the music too.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
and-
the music we need to play for the
And Shippy is the producer behind it. So he's so good with the drops and the
That was
music.
so great.
So that was not planned at all. He just threw that right in there, and yeah, it was a great addition to the story. But
And again, that chair ain't fair for a woman like you.
Boy, that's a good line.
Let me do a little
that's a good line.
CPJ action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here, honey, grab this.
Okay. All right. So you didn't do what?
grab this.
I grab this and he's grabbing his dick.
Grab this.
Grab a hold of that. You're going to need both hands, lady. Not me. That's you saying that.
Okay.
PJ action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here, honey, grab this.
Okay. All right. So you didn't
You
do what
laugh.
Skin said to do. You didn't offer a handrail or anything. You just said, "Hey, I'm not gonna." You just bolted through.
Oh, you offered a handrail.
Okay.
Your penis.
No, I did.
You pointed and laughed and said, "Got an appointment."
And you just left her there in our lobby to die.
Yeah, well, kind of. But then
That drop sucked.
she said, "Hey, young man, can you come help me out?"
Oh,
so I was like, okay.
you had to feel like the biggest jerk in the world. You didn't offer help.
She said, "Hey, young coward, can you?"
Okay. And then what happened?
So I go, "Yes, ma'am," and I walked over and I grabbed both of her hands,
Hold on, talk slower.
and the first attempt, I didn't put enough leverage into it.
Oh no! Did you
And I
end up in her
leaned
lap?
back, and I realized there's no chance I'm getting her. So I had to dig my feet back in. Like, hold on, let me
Did you
reset.
ask her to reset?
Yes, I told her. Like,
Oh no!
No.
and the second time I dug it in a little deeper, and I grabbed I
So-
put my arms out, and I just with every.
So initially, when I went in she asked me to help her up. So I go, okay.
Dude, I just
so I
am-
come over there and I go to pull her up, and I did not position my feet well, and I didn't have the leverage, and I went to pull, and she did this whole like, I fell back, and I was like, ah, shoot, oh,
Dude, I just imagine you know, like on Tug of War where you just like,
sticking your feet. I should have known, like when you see someone,
Dude, it was like-
unfortunately, when you see someone that size and I am the size that I am. I should have known that it wasn't going to be just a quick pull up. I was going to have to give it everything I got. And I definitely, on the second try, I gave it everything I got, and I was able to get it up. But I think there's a little more.
Thing I had.
Did you make
a deeper? And I grabbed I put my arms out and I just with everything I had.
Did you go?
I think I may have grunted a little bit.
Did you say, "Oh damn, I got to re-leverage, honey"? Hang on.
I underestimated how much power I needed to use.
So this time you over pulled and she ended up falling on top of you, right?
No. I ended up getting
start
her
a
up
relationship.
and we were good to go.
Okay.
Oh, man.
It's what do they call that? The jerk and pull? Is that what that
I
is?
don't
Whoa.
know what that is. I don't know what that is. So,
Clean and jerk.
so she went on. Did you guys exchange information, or was there a goodbye, tearful goodbye? Was there a hug? Was there
Second
anything?
date?
Did you motorboat?
No, but after the first attempt, I could see the look in her eyes of,
Oh, she
wow,
wanted more.
you're really a disappointment. I really wanted a hero at this moment, and you did not come in the clutch. And I was like,
Listen,
no, I let her down.
Don't word it like that. I think we all know what Colton did. We've seen his work. He threw paint on her crotch.
All right, it's a bit of skin.
Okay, so what is
Definitely
paint on her crotch? What is that referencing?
That is a throwback to the story right above, and maybe we can get into it someday.
Oh, my.
So
That's a long one.
it's long. We'll have to cut it up, but for when we've talked about it a couple times, so I guess I'll talk about it again. But I was married at one point, and for our engagement photos, we took a bunch of engagement photos.
Wait a minute.
But at the very end,
You were married?
yeah. But at the very end, we changed clothes and we got into, I had a white shirt and jeans, and so did she. And we had this chalk paint, and we threw it at each other, and we took pictures. And
yes.
they ripped the shit out of those pictures. They
I
tore
remember.
me to shreds.
I remember
And
that.
it was great. It was really funny.
I would love to hear that one too. Dude, I gotta say, that was like live on the air, 105.3 The Fan, and you were hitting it. I mean, I know they're funny, but like, you're like, oh, she was disappointed.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
that makes me so happy.
That's the thing is, like, the first couple times, and
'Cause, like, you
I
were
haven't
probably
been on
really-
a billion times, but I had been on a few times before that, and I knew that, like, I had to bring it, because the first time I
Yeah.
was on as an intern, I was so, like,
Yeah.
yes, and I kind of was disappointed in myself the first couple times, because I was like, I want to give some more input. I want to be funny. Those guys are both pretty funny, and I wanted to elevate myself to the wittiness
Right.
and the response.
But you also
And-
didn't want to overdo it. You
Yeah.
don't want to overstep and act like, you know what, I'm hot.
Yeah, I wanted them to want me back on. So I was like, if I come in and I just blandly tell the story and my responses or whatever, so I was nervous beforehand a little bit, but I kind of prepped myself, and I was like, all right, you're gonna fly by the seat of your pants and try to be loose and fun. And so that story and a couple of the other ones. So later during that show, they had Justin Anderson, who was drafted by the Mavericks.
You think we have time to play that one too? How long is that?
Yeah,
one?
it's shorter. It's only like
there
2
it is.
minutes or so.
Oh, nice.
But they wanted me when he came in studio. He was in studio for about an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Dude, you have to retell the story in front of Justin. We
Nice.
want to get his reaction and response."
Yeah.
So I got the opportunity to tell the story twice.
Should I play it?
Sure.
Let's hit it.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to ask you this, Justin. This is Colton Pettyjohn.
Justin Anderson used
he's
to
a
play for the
super
Mavericks.
nice
He's
young
now
man. And
Sixers?
he was walking through
He's
the
been on our
lobby of our
place.
building today.
He was at the
and saw a
Hawks.
large woman, and something transpired. And we want to get your feedback on this. So could you just explain yourself, Colton, to Justin
Explain
Anderson?
yourself.
Okay, so I walked through the lobby, and she's sitting there in the lobby, and the chairs are pretty low to the ground.
She's probably listening right now.
She probably.
Are you
I don't
nervous?
think a
That's our
6-year-old would be
demo.
listening to a
Our
sports talk
demo is
radio.
the older big woman.
So she was struggling. She's an
BBW.
older lady, probably in her
yeah.
60s, and a little bit overweight, and she was struggling hard to get up. And I was thinking,
I know that feeling.
just don't bother her, because if you go up and ask if she needs help, she's gonna think, what, do I look like I need help? So I just kept
A little bit
walking.
of twang.
And
All right,
she-
hold on, stop.
Hammer time.
Have you heard
You
any
could tell
red
in my
flags
voice
yet?
right
Would
there,
you
I
have
was a
offered
little
help?
nervous.
What would you have done in the same?
little nervous. Why? Oh, for saying.
just like I was on the air talking to an NBA player.
Yeah.
And it's already a little nerve wracking being on air, period. But
Yeah,
then when you get the opportunity, and one of my not profile pictures, but what's the picture above? Cover picture.
Oh, the cover photo. Yeah.
For the longest time was a picture of me on the mic, and across the way is Justin Anderson. And I
Dope.
think it's a super cool picture.
Yeah.
Like I was on air talking to
Dude, yeah.
NBA basketball players.
Of course. Okay.
Have you heard any red flags yet? Would you have offered help? What would you have done in the same situation? Would you have offered help?
I would have left her there to dry
Yep.
so fast.
Same.
Are you kidding me? Absolutely not, dude. Like, if anyone falls in my presence, I don't care how small or large, I will help them up. Are you kidding me?
She didn't fall.
Oh,
She was
I
just
thought he
in
was
the
serious.
chair trying to get herself
She couldn't get up out of the chair. He didn't want to insult her, but
Yeah,
clearly
wait.
she needed help, right?
Let me teach you something.
All right.
Because we're doing Love Shack here.
yeah.
Let me teach you something. You reach your hand out, palm up, and you say, "Ma'am, could I help you?" And that will go so far. It's not that you're insulting her. It's not that you're putting her down. You're just there willing to help. Even if there was a bench that she was getting up off of, you could always help them up.
But there's not a chance that one hand would have helped her. No offense. No offense. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, yes. Come on.
Okay, so tell the rest of your story, Cole. Tell the rest.
So as I'm walking by, she goes, "Young
Yes.
man, can you come over and help me out?"
Young
And I was like,
man.
"Sure, yes,
That's
ma'am."
when you
And
felt bad.
and
Yeah.
yes. So I was like, yes, of course.
He felt
So
worse.
I go over there and I grab both of her hands and I do
Oh.
a little tug back and realize I'm not going to be able to pick her up on this one. So I had to get some leverage.
This is crazy.
Yes.
What are we doing right now?
I had to get some leverage, try a second time, and the second time I was able to get some momentum and pull her up.
Oh, man.
She was a big lady, and I'm, 5'8", 140 pounds.
So here's the question Colton wanted to know.
right.
Should he ask for the number?
Why not, dude? Why not?
So you did get her number, right?
I
That's who you married?
Unfortunately, I was engaged or married at the time, so
Yikes. Hindsight.
hindsight, I should have used that opportunity to get a number. But yeah, so
That's all right.
those are a couple of
Dude, that's great. Dude,
cool moments.
I'm so proud of you. Like you said, being nervous on the air, but you hit him with the one wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
And everyone I was like, yeah, Colton.
and so for a person who, I don't know, I would say I kind of pride myself on trying to be witty and funny.
Yeah.
It's when you get someone to laugh, and it's more than just like a. But when you get someone to laugh, it feels great. But when you get people to laugh, that you like, there are clearly people that you want to get
Impress you,
to
you
impress,
wanna
more than
them?
others.
Yeah.
Those are guys that they're successful radio hosts. They're both really funny.
Mm-hmm.
They know what they're doing. They're witty. They're quick. They're creative. And so anytime I would make them laugh or anything like that, I was like, yes.
Yeah, so like you lump me in with them. So when you
Yeah,
make me
yeah,
laugh,
for sure. Hey, you too, buddy,
I don't believe that.
pal.
Okay.
No, I honestly,
how are your Petey?
so your Petey.
So
he's dead too.
So he said Pal, that was the name of one of my pups who died, and his dog Petey just recently passed away. So
Yeah,
that's even funnier to make fun of your dead dog.
Okay,
Colton. You
God.
couldn't do anything to save him.
But I
that's
will
so
say-
sad. I love Petey. He was a little Chihuahua, and he was great.
I will say I do like when I make you laugh. That also, because I feel like you have a really good sense of humor, and so if you think something's funny that I say, then it must be pretty. I think if I can make you laugh, I can make a lot of people laugh.
Yep.
So
Because no one is funny. Nobody.
nobody.
No, I will say though, my favorite, and I mean we've talked about this on the pod before, is like whenever you catch me off guard with something, like whenever you said when I was like, Greg's number is 214, and you go, no, it's 68. Like that, I just didn't expect you to be funny in that moment. So That was why I laughed so hard. But I mean, I'm sure you guys have known now we're on what 25 episodes at this point. There's moments where Colton will hit me with, and I don't know what it is. Just like I guess it's just like the sense of humor we both have is like cutting each other down.
Yeah.
But we know that it's not serious. I mean, it comes from sort of serious, but like we're joking about it. Like when I make fun of your divorce and your hairline and how big your f***ing nose is, and if there's a light over here, there's no way there'd be a big ass shadow on me. What I would never say that.
Yeah.
On
for example,
Por Zingal. Sorry. But yeah, so that's no, I love whenever you go, I'm pretty sure you texted me, you go, you have please like do whatever you can to listen. And I don't remember if I was at work or if I was headed home. I think I was headed home.
Well,
and I turned that shit on and I was like, that's my boy Colton.
Dude, as soon
sexy as voice.
as soon as it was done, and so that everything archives after 15 minutes, so all the audio and everything archives. I went and pulled the archive audio and I posted it to my SoundCloud, and then I also posted that
to SoundCloud rapper?
To Facebook, and I was like, dude, guys, look at this.
Please
listen to this.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool.
Dude,
pretty cool
so
moment.
good.
And so and that's another thing. Like, I don't think I'm a think it through, come up with funny jokes kind of guy. I think I'm better when it's off the cuff. I've tried to develop the quick responses, the be funny on the fly. But speaking of funny on the fly,
you're just funny on the everything.
Wow, thank you.
You would never harm a fly, so you're
actually
funny.
That's not true. I tried to kill one.
Actually,
earlier.
we've
We've got tons around here.
Like f off.
So we were talking about this the other day. This has nothing to do with anything. I was trying to segue and I couldn't get there.
We are structured on the show. We never veer off from the outline that we so clearly follow.
No, we never dip or deviate. Dip. Speaking of dip, the first time
chips and dip?
The only time, we were. I don't remember how this was brought up, but
I think we were talking about how rebellious we were as youths.
Yeah. So in high school, freshman year of high school, I tried dipping tobacco for the first time ever.
Dude, that's
and it was
so nasty.
It was the only time.
Yeah.
And
clearly you love it.
I will tell you why.
I thought you were going to, I will tell you what.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. But
see, like that. That's good. If you don't think this is funny, shove it in your ass.
Okay. Jeez.
No, mine.
Oh, okay.
No, hey, no. Can I put my?
No, gosh. Figure that out. So back in high school, I was hanging out with I don't know if I should. I won't say his name because I don't want to throw him under the bus. But he used to dip tobacco quite a bit. And
do I know him?
Yes.
Okay.
He was one of my best friends in high school. So it
wasn't me.
It wasn't you. So he had dipped and a couple of other friends picked up the habit or whatever.
He's married now, right? And, Colt, maybe.
And so he was staying the night at my house. We would stay the night at each other's house quite often in high school. This was I'm good. It was his freshman year of high school, and it was a Friday night. Weekend was popping, and we stayed in my room for most of the night. We had a TV in my room, so we were watching
under
movies
Cecil and Angie's roof, Colton.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I'm sending them this part.
So we were in my room, we were playing Xbox, we were just having a grand old time, and he out of nowhere was like, hey, it was later at night, it was probably like 11, 12.
That's when the good stuff happens.
And he was like, hey, so I've got a can of I don't think it was Copenhagen, I think
Skull.
it was one of those, and it was peach flavor.
Oh.
And he was like, hey,
how manly are you if you have peach flavored dip?
I mean, I think it's better, like, just, I don't know, the flavoring. It's kind of like with vodka or stuff like that. Some people kind of like the flavoring of vodka. It helps you drink it more.
I love that cranberry vodka that Sarah has here.
Yeah. So he was like, hey, I got some dick. Do you want to? I I said dip.
No, you did not.
Dip.
Roll that back.
Please. I got some dick. Got some dick. Got some dick. No, please.
Roll it
If I
back.
said something, please blur it out.
Hey, I've got some dick.
No.
Do you want it? He was.
So
hey,
he goes.
He was coming out to you right there.
So he pulled it out. He pulled the can
on,
out.
dude.
He
There's
pulled the
no
can out.
what?
He pulled the can out and was like, "Do you want some?"
Yeah.
So in hindsight,
Did you say, "Hey,
I
put
didn't
this in your
know.
mouth"?
Shut up. In hindsight, I didn't know that he didn't know that I had never dipped before.
Oh, you were a verge.
So he goes, "Do you want some?" And I was like, "You know what? Sure." And so he goes,
Wow,
"Here."
peer pressure got you, Colton.
Real
you
quick.
fought big time.
Yeah, yes.
You know, Jesus is watching, but yeah.
I will do it. So he goes in and he was like, "Here, let me get you a pinch." And he got a big wad.
He pulls a shovel out,
and
he's
I was
"All
like,
right, there you
I
go."
was like, all right. And I thought, I was like, okay, I guess that's the normal amount.
Dude,
So I just put it right here and just shut it right in my mouth. And I was like, all right, here we go.
I expect you to like take half and do the Zombieland thing where you're like,
Yeah, throw it out.
like throw it out there.
And so we had cups in the room that we were, supposed to spit into or whatever. So we're sitting in there, and so I like peach, but the smell that the tobacco and dip mixed in with peach is not a great smell.
It's like putting peach dirt in your mouth.
Yeah. But having it's like putting peach crap, because you can still smell the crap, and it's kind of being, it's like getting an aerosol can and trying to cover up the smell of your own shit.
Like in a model home or something.
Yeah. So I put a dip in, and I'm like, all right, and I'm spitting it.
You vibing?
And
did you swallow any?
It's like 5 minutes in, not even 5 minutes in, and I was like, oh shit. And he was like, what? And I was like, dude, I'm feeling sick. And he was like, you didn't accidentally swallow any. And I was like, I don't know how not to swallow. Like, just naturally when you talk, swallowing spit is just a natural thing that you do. And so it's hard not, you have to spit everything. Dude, and your throat has to be dry, right?
I'm imagining you when you get scared and you have this face. You're like,
yeah.
I imagine it being the one when you set that field on fire.
Yes,
dude, 100%.
Very much the same.
I've seen that face so many times. You're like, dude, I don't know.
And so I go, I was like, oh shoot, and
do it.
I was like, oh. And I was like, I think I'm gonna throw up, and I ran to the bathroom and I spit the stuff in the toilet, and I just threw up like crazy, and it was a good throw up.
Oh, that's nice. I like a good vom.
Yeah, man, it was just purged me. And so after I was done, I walked out and I was like, God, that was a terrible idea. Why did I do that? And then all of a sudden I go, oh my gosh. Oh, this is the best feeling ever.
Oh!
The feeling of being buzzed
when you're
dipping,
naughty,
that is a great feel. Like, it felt really good. And I know after a while, after you dip, that buzz feeling goes away.
Oh,
but
really?
the first couple times that you
I was
dip,
gonna pick up dip.
Man, that I was like, so we sat in the room and we watched a movie, and I felt good. And just off of one dip, I was just like,
wait,
but
I'm
never gonna do this again.
You threw up, right? Like, you threw up, or did you just throw the spit out?
No. I threw up. Like I just said,
purged.
I purged my body.
Oh, yikes!
So yeah,
So
never dipped again. Always was kind of chasing that feeling of wanting to dip again, just because it felt good. But I was like, I don't want to have to risk throwing up again, because I don't know. Just the whole. I just have a feeling that I would accidentally swallow some again and throw up again.
See, whenever you said the thing about chasing that feeling, that was like the first time when I did heroin.
Oh, okay.
And heroin.
Heroin.
Well, I also have a dip story, and I'll make it really quick because we're coming up to the end of this episode. It's been a shitty episode.
All right.
I gotta say, the beginning.
It was fun.
Hey, you don't have to lie to me anymore. Nice.
I thought that was good.
Ooh. Do you know that? I don't know why, but it landed right on your nip, and that reminds me of like when Andy Bernard wore a shirt when he was running, and he was like, "Oh God, my nipples!"
Shaving.
Because he had a yellow shirt, right? Like a bright ass yellow shirt.
I thought it was blue.
No way.
I don't remember.
Anyway, so I You know what, Colton? I know you
dipped
think
too?
that I'm an angel, but I have sinned before.
The Lord?
Yeah, well, all the time. But I was like, I think so. I also had a dipping story my first dipping story. I made fun of you for having peach dip. The first dip I ever had, green apple.
Oh, yeah.
And my friend Christian. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I don't think I ever dipped with Trap. Shit. I really didn't. I didn't. Whatever. Travis Rigsby. But yeah. So the first time we dipped, I put he said, "Yeah, just grab a pinch." And I literally went I grabbed a little.
Yeah.
You know when Squidward took a bite out of the
That Krabby Patty is like,
yeah, that's what I imagine is how much I put in my mouth, and I was like, and it was barely any, and I was like, dude, I'm dipping. I'm so
I'm doing
cool.
it. I'm doing it.
Christian took half of it and was like, and I was like, dude, you're 5'1". How do you have this whole can in your mouth? Anyway, so I was like, I don't really feel anything, so I'm gonna put more in. So I put more in, and then I put way more in that time. So I wasn't half a can, but it was a good amount. And I also vomited.
yeah.
And I felt shitty. I never got that buzz after. I was just
Really?
I'm never dipping again. And then a month later, I tried dipping with Mark our other friends.
Yeah.
And we dipped on the playground you were there, weren't you? Maybe it was me, Mark, and Trav, but
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't think so. I don't think I was there.
I don't think you were there because you were. I don't know. Anyway, but we were at the playground in my neighborhood, and I remember putting it in all right, I can handle it this time.
Yeah.
Threw up on the playground.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm never doing this again. So I haven't touched dipped ever since.
I guess it's
the only dip I like.
Chip and dip.
Dippin' Dots. Chippendales.
Oh.
Did I tell you I got a new job?
You need to shave your chest.
No, come on. Hey, ladies, please tell me. You like the hair on the chinny chest, right? Give it to me, Colton. See, why do you shave it, man?
Because...
what is it? Go down. Keep going.
No.
Why does
I
it...
keep my happy trail for
Why?
some reason. Because if I shave my whole front side, that would take 30 minutes. It already takes way too long. I shave this. I shave this. I shave...
What was it? This?
This.
Don't you shave where your tattoo is?
No, I used to.
Oh, that was
I don't
only
do it
when
anymore.
they can see through it. Yeah. You know what, Colton? Let's go get some dip, buddy. Chips and dip.
Chips, okay.
Let's get the hell out of here.
All right. Well, hey, I thought I had a good time. We talked about doing a serious episode. We will eventually.
Yeah.
I just think we probably need to prep for it because I think we need to figure out what we would talk about. And maybe the serious episode, I have a feeling the serious episodes will probably be shorter episodes.
Oh, 100%.
Just more condensed.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know if I can talk an hour on one subject unless we did multiple subjects.
Yeah, because we had talked about doing multiple subjects. But anyway, you know what? Look out for that.
Yeah.
If you're excited about that, let us know. If you're not, go fuck yourselves. We're gonna do it anyway.
We're about to go in there and watch
Watch
the fight tonight.
Fight night. Who's
And
fighting?
I'm gonna predict.
Sugar Ray?
No, I think Jose Aldo is fighting along with there are a couple other people. I can't remember the guy's name. He's got his hair braided back and he had that flying kick to start. It was the fastest knockout ever. As soon as he's like, fight, the guy runs up and just knees the guy to the face and ends it.
UFC is the sport.
I love it. I've never really gotten into it, but I am more now more than ever. I'm getting into it, and I enjoy it. But I'm gonna try to pretend I'm gonna be in the living room, and I'm gonna get him with the
leg.
Toe him, hit him, fist him.
Whoa!
Yeah, that was a nice one. Good takedown.
Put your fist somewhere. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We're really random. That's Colty Poopy Poopy, and I'm Droopy Boopy Boopy. Listen, you watch it on YouTube. You watch it on Spotify. You watch it on Spotify.
They're gonna have a video coming soon.
Nice. Oh, really?
Eventually,
well, let's freaking do it, dude.
Yeah.
You know what we should do in our first Spotify video?
What?
Dip.
Nah,
just kidding. You got. What's that one thing you told me earlier?
Did you know that meerkats are the only cats that are not queer cats? I don't know. Don't give me... Don't put me on the spot like that. I don't have anything.